I've made a lot of videos on how to upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11 on unsupported hardware, but there's still one more method I haven't made a video about. I think it's actually the first method I ever used, so let's make a video about it. Stick around. As you should know by now, support for Windows 10 ends on October the 14th, 2025. A lot of people out there can't move to Windows 11 because of the outrageous hardware requirements that Microsoft has imposed. There are many ways to bypass those requirements. I've made several videos about it on this channel. I do want to make a couple of disclaimers. As you know, Microsoft advises against bypassing those requirements. It's not guaranteed that future updates will always work on your unsupported device. The problem I have with it are PCs that are only a few years old not passing their requirements. I first got into this back in 2023 because I had a desktop computer that was purchased in 2020. It was only 3 years old, yet it didn't pass the hardware requirements for Windows 11. And that's just ridiculous in my opinion. That PC was completely fine, but the processor wasn't on Microsoft's approved list. I do want to clarify, when I make these videos, these are for the people in a similar situation who have purchased computers pre-installed with Windows 10, and they're still very much viable and will work completely fine on Windows 11, despite Microsoft's requirements. I think some of the feedback that I've gotten in some of my videos is because maybe I haven't made that clear. This video is for someone with a PC that came with Windows 10 but doesn't pass the hardware requirements for Windows 11. To further clarify, I know there are a lot of people out there that have a PC that came with Windows 7 and you upgraded to Windows 10. Hopefully you skipped that nightmare that was Windows 8, and now you want to go from Windows 10 to Windows 11. Now, it may very well work for you as long as your processor has a certain set of instructions that Windows 11 requires, and you may have to convert your file system, but there's a very good chance that some other component of your PC won't have a Windows 11 compatible driver. Yes, there are some other workarounds around that, installing drivers in compatibility mode, etc. But the point that I'm making here is because people will get in the comments and say, oh, this is garbage, it doesn't work, and they're trying to upgrade a 15-year-old computer that started out with Windows Vista. But here's the other side of that coin. It just might very well work as long as your processor has that set of instructions. But just because you can do something doesn't always mean you should do it. A PC that old might be upgradable to Windows 11, but your experience on Windows 11 will likely be very poor. The hardware wasn't designed for Windows 11. There's a very good chance that you'll have incompatible drivers, and there's a very good chance that in a short period of time, your hardware won't be compatible with Windows updates. So I just want to clarify that because I make these videos for people who have a computer that's 5, maybe 7 years old, it's still very viable and came with Windows 10. And you're wanting to upgrade to Windows 11, but according to Microsoft, your hardware is not compatible. Now, if not having an activated copy of Windows 10 is your problem, you can fix that for less than 20 bucks with today's sponsor. Are you using an unregistered version of Windows 11? Then you need to check out keysfan.com. Keysfan offers a wide range of products including Windows 11, Windows 10, and even older versions like Windows 7. Need Office software? They got you covered with keys for Office 2019 and Office 2021. And here's the best part. You can save big with exclusive coupon codes by using my code RKT50 to get 50% off all Windows series. That means you can get Windows 11 Pro for less than $20. But wait, there's more. For Microsoft Office, use my code RKT62 to get a massive 62% off. Buying is super easy. Just add your chosen product key to your cart, apply the coupon code, and pay securely via PayPal or credit card. You'll receive your genuine activation key in no time. Once you have your product key, go back to the activation page, click on Change Product Key, enter the product key you just purchased, and click Activate. Be sure to check out keysfan.com. Let me also state that the only reason we're able to use these methods and bypass those requirements is because Microsoft allows it. If they didn't want us to do it, they would not allow these workarounds. They have to have the workarounds in place because of their volume licensing customers, and we're just benefiting from that. So the method we're going to use today is very simple. It could very well be the simplest method yet, and it's not by any means a new method, it's just one I haven't done a video on yet. Basically, we're going to go to Microsoft's website, we're going to download their media creation tool, and then we're going to, and don't let this scare you because it's very easy, open the command prompt and type in one simple command, that's it. It's going to set up Windows and bypass those hardware requirements. If you're doing an upgrade, it's important that you maintain the same region and language settings when downloading and installing Windows, otherwise it won't let you upgrade, you'll be forced to do a clean install. But one thing that I learned from my friends over in the UK in the last video, when we downloaded the ISO directly from Microsoft, it didn't have an option for UK English. So we're going to use the media creation tool this time, and there's an option in there to use the settings for the PC that you're currently on, and that should resolve that issue. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we want to do from a browser of your choice is head over to Microsoft's official site. So I'm just going to type in download Windows 11. And that will take us here to Microsoft's official site. Now, the one thing that we're going to do different in this video is we are going to go to the Create Windows 11 installation media instead of downloading the disk image directly here. So I'm going to click Download Now. The media creation tool will download to your Downloads folder. I'm going to click that. So we see that here. I'm going to go ahead and double click and run it. I'm going to select yes for the user account control. I'm going to go ahead and accept the user agreement here. Now I'm going to leave this checkbox selected because it will automatically select my version of Windows 11 needed and my language. If you are in the UK, tell me if this resolved your issue. If it did not, you may have to go back and change your region to English International and then do the upgrade. And once you've completed the upgrade, then go change it back. So let me know if this worked if you are in the UK, please. I'm going to go ahead and select next, and we want to make sure we select the second option here for the ISO file. And I'm going to click next. I'm just going to save this to my desktop. I'll skip through the part where this downloads Windows 11. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and click Finish. And you can see my ISO is right here on my desktop. So the next thing we need to do is right click and then click where it says Mount. It's going to open up and you can see all of the setup files within here. If you go to this PC, you're going to see that it shows up here as a drive, and you need to make note of this drive letter. In my case, this is E. That's important. It might be D for you, it's E for me. All right, so once that's mounted and we can see the drive letter, now all we need to do is open up the command prompt. So I'm going to come down here to my search box and just type in command. You can see that it brings it up here, but this is very important. You have to click Run as Administrator. Click Yes. Once your command prompt is open, we're going to type in one simple command, and that's it. We first need to change it to the drive letter. For me, that's E, so I'm just going to type in E: and hit enter. Okay, now that I'm on that drive E, I'm just going to type in setup.exe space / product space server. And I'm just going to hit enter. And you will see the Windows installation has started. Now this says install Windows Server. It's not going to install Windows Server. It's going to install Windows 11 Home or Pro, whichever version you're using. It just uses this version to bypass the hardware requirements. So now I'm going to click Next. It's going to check for updates if you are connected to the internet. I'm going to accept the license agreement. And I'm going to do an upgrade, so I'm going to keep files, settings, and apps. If this section is grayed out for you, then there was a problem with your region and language settings. I'm going to click Next. And of course, because it's Microsoft, it's checking for updates again. Okay, we are now ready to install. We're going to install Windows 11 Home. You can see it's Home, not Server. And it's an upgrade, so we're going to keep our file, settings, and apps. And I'm going to click Install. And I'll skip forward to any relevant steps that we need to take, but there should not be any additional steps at this point. It should go on straight to the Windows 11 desktop once it's done. If yours is hanging up and you're doing this on unsupported hardware, my advice would be to start the process disconnected from the internet. It's likely that one of the updates that it's done during the process is having a conflict with your current setup. If you install it without the internet connected, it won't do the updates until you're in Windows, and then you can isolate the specific update that's causing you problems. Alright, and now you should be back at the Windows 11 desktop. The first thing I'm going to do is move my start menu and such to the left because I'm not a psycho. I'm going to go to taskbar behaviors. Change this from center to left. Let's go take a peek at our settings. I'm going to go to System and About. So we can see down here we are on Windows 11 Home 24H2 as of today's date. One important thing I want to show you, which I'm going to head over here to Windows Update. I'm going to come right here to Advanced Options. And I'm going to come down here to Recovery. In the event that you did this upgrade and it is not working, Windows 11 has slowed you down or you're experiencing errors, for 10 days you have the option to go back and it will reset it back to your Windows 10 the way it was before the upgrade. But there is a timer on that. You only have 10 days to do this. So what do you think? Is this the easiest method yet? Drop me a comment below. If you found value in this video, do me a favor, please like and share the video, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel helps me grow and continue to bring you content just like this. Be sure to check out these other suggested videos that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy, and as always, thank you for watching, and until next time.